Good morning. It's another day in the hamster wheel, the rat race, and I'm off to work. Yeah, so I mentioned a book I've read earlier. It's this book, Total Recall, by Arnold Schwarzenegger. And some of the points he brings up, it's a good book, really good book. I've read it through, and I don't do that if it ain't good. So he has some rules in the back. It's about the day and night has 24 hours. So by that he means that you can always try to find more use of your day, like plan and get up earlier. And in some speech he's talking about when you're out partying, someone is working harder than you are. So by that he means that if you want to reach something big, do like he did, becoming the champion of bodybuilding, and then he decided to go on. I'll put it away on. It's already the fifth gear. Yeah, so he decides to go into movie and decides to train to be a good actor and so on. And then when he's a bit tired of that, he sets a new aiming for governor in California. So he's a man of many talents, and he understands that he has to use his comedy when meeting some of his competition in the politics. And yeah, he figures things out. He thinks about, he's also an investor, investing in real estates and even planes, leasing planes. He talks about leasing a 747 Boeing to Singapore Airlines. So he takes a big risk, invests about something, he doesn't say exactly, but say $10 million, and then he takes loan for the other big money. And yeah, so one continue with the rules. One is forget the reserve plan. I'm doing a paraphrasing here of Swedish translation, and oh man, am I going slow? Yeah, I can't do too many things at the same time. Gotta do it safe, you know. Yeah, so forget the reserve plan. I really don't know what he means, but always it's like, what's the worst thing that can happen? And when you said something, or you're gonna speak for a lot of crowd, or what's the worst thing that can happen? Yeah, you forget to speak. You probably won't get killed, right? So yeah, and I'll take some more of his rules just about soon. Yeah, so I told you, I promised you I would take some more your rules, and one of them is number 7 in his last part of the book. Don't blame your parents. Don't be a victim. Even if you haven't gotten the best education and upbringing and so on, when you're getting an adult, you can take things in your own hands. By that it means even if you have some sort of you don't get born by rich parents and get everything for free. When you're getting adult, you can educate yourself and take matters in your own hands. So don't be a victim. Don't come up with these excuses. We've all done it, we all do it, but you gotta be aware of them, man. Are you talking excuses? Are you blaming that single mom upbringing? No parents at all? You were killed in an accident? You were alone? Blah blah blah. Yeah, you had a tougher life than most, but you can still do something good of your life and educate yourself. Learn how to solve problems, learn how to overcome things, learn to do things smarter, better. You can achieve almost anything you can set your mind to. What your mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So another rule Arnold Schwarzenegger talks about in his book is change take guts. Yeah, change is always some bit of a tough. We don't want change normally. We're comfort in our comfort zone. So every time you have to go out of your comfort zone and be a little bit uncomfortable, be a bit nervous, be a bit challenging yourself, growing. Change, it takes guts, but you grow by it. If you're in your comfort zone, you're not growing. You're not growing. So challenge yourself, but don't take stupid risk. And another rule Arnold has is repetition, reps. So by that he means that nothing can be achieved if you don't practice and do your repetition. Practice makes perfect. So for every reps he took in the gym, he felt he was getting closer to his goal, becoming the biggest, the most muscular toned person. And it's the same in acting. Always repetition when he's doing stunt scenes and so on, practicing the scenes and so on. So repetition is key. At least most of us learn by repetition. We need repetition. That's the way how it gets stuck in here. So I'll continue. Number 1 of his rule: never let your pride get in your way. Never let it get in your way. But by that he means don't be afraid to be ashamed or make a fool of yourself. That's all about comfort zone. You're not that. You can don't find the word, sorry. My English isn't that good. Isn't that great. But don't be afraid to make a fool of yourself. Don't get your pride get in your way of doing great things or aiming for something. When you're gonna ask a girl out or whatever, you probably feel embarrassed and so on. But if you don't do it, no results, and it's better to have some results than none, even if they're bad outcome. You learn by them. But as Warren Buffett says, you don't have to make all mistakes. You don't have to make all mistakes yourself. you can learn by others, by reading other books and what they have done and found to be mistakes and so on. Yeah, constantly evolve. You don't have to make all your mistakes yourself, but you learn by them, but you can also learn by other. Number 2 of your rules, don't overthink it. Don't overanalyze. You can't have all information, but some people never get to action because they overanalyze it. So even though he didn't have all the data for his business in buying an airplane, he took the risk and didn't overanalyze what would happen if the fuel cost would go up, what would happen if people don't want to travel, if there's no oil left in the world, blah blah blah, all this risk. He was a man of action. He didn't overthink it. He didn't overanalyze it. He also has some other rules. He doesn't say it as rules, but he says don't follow the stream, but you should go to where there's no other people. Yeah, sorry my bad English, but something like that. I'm translating from Swedish. So don't go where everyone is. It's like Gretzky. Go to where the puck will be. Go to where the demand will be. And he also, this is one of the things about him using his disadvantages as advantages. You know, when he started out in his young years, big muscle guy, and he was going into film, they said, you're too big, they don't like your accent, you talk too bad English, blah blah blah. But these were one of his keys later on. It was his muscles, it was his English, even though he tried to be good at it. So his accent wasn't that apparent in some of his movies. But you know, when he's doing the Predator, he's a military guy. He plays an ostrich. Don't know if you say that. Ostrich guy, and his accent is part of him. We like, yeah, I mean, talking like. Sorry, I can't do it, but yeah. So, and he also says another main thing. All the naysayers hear yes when they say no. Hear yes when they say no. And let your disadvantages be your advantages. Yeah. So that's some of the parts in here. There are lots of good stuff, but family and so on. He made some error in that case, and he has now been divorced from this Maria, who seemed like a really nice woman in this book. So, and I hope he will get back to her. He is honest and says that he likes to be together with her. Yeah, he's a nice guy. He's a legend before he's even died. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, I suggest you read it. It's a big part of learn knowledge, even though I don't agree with everything he says. But yeah, you gotta hear all these ideas and examine yourself. Love it, love it. Bye bye. Yeah, so we're stuck in queues again. I don't really know if you say queue. It's sort of billiard. If you don't say that, if you say that even. Traffic jams, early morning. It's, what time is it? they're making a horn. It's 5:45 and I'm getting late to work. Some people just drive by. Too selfish for their own good, probably. Yeah, so they seems to have narrowed down the street. Hopefully we'll be on the way soon. Yeah, so yeah, I do like reading books. It's sort of entertainment, but it's also developing your mind, your understanding for other people's empathy and so on. So yeah, I don't read a book a day, but I do read a lot, and I always appreciate people who read a lot. They always know more than the regular people. So read a lot, and yeah, some people won't understand you, and but the few who has read and been mentored and heard the most ideas and so on, they will appreciate you. Yeah, always aim high and read and develop, become a better person. Rohn says, when you read a lot, the most you can give for other people is becoming a better person. And by becoming a better person, you have to develop yourself, your self-knowledge, your understanding of reality, and